back to GK Today. I'm Nuzhat Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions along with their explanations and interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today Android application. So in this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 12th of January 2022. Starting with very first question. Environment Ministry released the guidelines on extended producer responsibility for which product? So the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change released the draft notification for regulations for the extended producer responsibility for waste tires. And if finalized, the draft will be effective from the new fiscal year. So India discards around 2,75,000 tires each year, but the country does not have a comprehensive plan for that. So EPR basically means responsibility of producer of tires to ensure environmentally safe management of waste tires. Okay. Now few days back we have seen that Indian solar power producer Azure Power has fully commissioned its largest project, which is a 600 megawatt solar park in the state of Rajasthan. And it is located in Bikaner, which is connected to the interstate transmission system. So it will supply its power to Solar Energy Corporation of India for over 25 years. Fine. Now apart from it, researchers at Kerala University have developed 5G microwave absorbers which can be used as an effective shield against electromagnetic radiation. Since the electromagnetic interference, also called as EMI, is known to be dangerous to the health of the living organisms, and also it affects the high-end electronic devices. So they used new shielding material named as Myenite electride for microwave absorption in high frequency region. Okay. Now do remember that Mumbai is set to host the first ever water taxi service in the country. Now can you tell me who has been conferred with 51st Dada Saheb Phalke Award for his outstanding contribution to the Indian cinema? Please write your answers in the comment section. Question number 2. Which state is associated with Nirbhaya Kadi campaign? So Ganjam from the state of Odisha has declared itself the state's first child marriage free district, and it has undertaken a campaign named as Nirbhaya Kadi. Also you can say it as Fearless Bud. So through this campaign, the district administration has counselled over 1 lakh teenagers and stopped over 450 child marriages, and they implemented various steps like providing incentives for informing about child marriage, then making Aadhaar card mandatory for marriages, etc. Okay. Now apart from it, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, has launched Meendum Manjappai scheme to promote the use of cloth bags by the public and discourage the use of plastic bags. And also the state has disconnected electricity from 130 factories so far due to the violations of single-use plastic ban. Okay. Also do remember that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has laid the foundation of 6,700 crore rupees Renuka Ji Dam project from Himachal Pradesh Mandi, and once it is completed, it is expected to generate nearly 200 million units of energy in a 40 megawatt surface powerhouse. So you can be asked that Renuka Ji Dam project is to come up in which Indian state? Answer would be Himachal Pradesh. Now Odisha was also in news because the Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, has recently inaugurated the T Setu, which is the state's longest bridge over Mahanadi river in the Cuttack district. Okay. Now you have to tell me which state government has decided to give 1% reservation to the transgenders across all the ranks in the police department. Question number 3. Which state launched the Student Startup and Innovation Policy 2.0? So the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Bhupendra Patel, has launched the SSIP 2.0 at the International Conference of Academic Institutions 2022. So it aims to financially support the school students in innovation, and it will be implemented for the next 5 years till March 2027. And the financial support has been increased from 200 rupees of the previous edition to now 500 crore rupees. Okay, here it's 200 crore rupees. Now apart from it, earlier we have seen that the government has released the Atal ranking of institutions on Innovation Achievement 2021, and top position was achieved by IIT Madras. So it basically topped the ranking as the most innovative educational institution in India in technical category. Okay. Then also we have seen that Niti Aayog has recently released its 4th health index, in which Kerala has emerged as the top performer with respect to overall health performance among the larger states. On the other hand, UP has been ranked at the last place. So basically top 5 are, first of all Kerala, then Tamil Nadu, after that Telangana, then Andhra Pradesh, and then Maharashtra. Okay, and bottom 3 are, so MP, Bihar and UP are the worst performers. Okay, if you remember, Gujarat has also topped a ranking named as Good Governance Index of 2021, which is prepared by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances. So in this, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Goa have topped this list. Okay, Mizoram was the topper in the northeastern category, and Delhi emerged as the best among the union territory. Now as we know that World Anti-Doping Agency, that is WADA, has published its report on rule violations recently. Can you tell me which country is the topper in this list? Means which country has violated the rules most? Please write your answers in the comments. Question number 4. Which union ministry implements the Ujala program? Very obvious answer. The Power Ministry successfully completed 7 years of distributing LED lights under its flagship Ujala program, and it is one of the world's largest zero subsidy domestic lighting programs with more than 36 crore LEDs distributed across the country. So this program was launched in the year 2015, and Ujala stands for Unnat Jyoti by Affordable LEDs for All. So it reduced the retail price of LED bulbs and carbon dioxide emissions. Okay. Now apart from it, the International Energy Agency has announced that ethanol demand in India tripled between 2017 and 2021, as India's consumption was at 3 crore liters in the last year. So India is on track to surpass China as the world's 3rd largest ethanol consumer by the year 2026, with the objective of becoming carbon neutral by 2070. So India also introduced its 20% ethanol blending target with gasoline from 2030 to 2025. Okay. Now apart from it, the Telecommunication Engineering Center under the Union Communication Ministry has released a report, Code of Practice for Securing Consumer Internet of Things. So these guidelines aim to safeguard the Internet of Things devices and ecosystem and to manage their vulnerabilities. So it has guidelines for IoT device manufacturers, service providers and application developers, etc. So as per the report, there could be 26.4 billion IoT devices globally by the year 2026. Okay. So if you are asked that which union ministry released the Code of Practice for Securing Consumer Internet of Things report, it would be Ministry of Communication. Okay. Now which is the country's first larger state to record 100% first dose COVID-19 vaccination? It is Telangana. Also to remember that India's sex ratio at birth, which is also called as SRB, has improved by 19 points at national level from 918 in the year 2014 to 15 to now 937 in 2020-21. So in short, you have to remember only that India's sex ratio at birth is 937. Question number 5. India's first open rock museum is located in which city? So Union Minister of State for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh inaugurated India's first open rock museum in Hyderabad. And the museum displays around 35 types of rocks from various parts of India with ages ranging from 3.3 billion years to around 55 million years of the Earth's history. Also, the Union Minister released earthquake risk map of Lucknow and Dehradun that has been developed by CSIR, National Geophysical Research Institute. Okay. Now talking about Hyderabad, do remember that it is scheduled to host the Wings India 2022, which is the flagship biennial exhibition on civil aviation. So this is to be organized from 24th to 27th of March 2022 at Begum Airport in Hyderabad. Now apart from it, Indian Police Foundation has recently launched the Smart Policing Index of 2021, and it basically measures the public perception, dimensions of trust and citizen satisfaction in the survey. So first state in this list was Andhra Pradesh, then it was followed by Telangana and then Assam. Also do remember that Indore has been declared as India's cleanest city for the 5th time in a row in the Swachh Sarvekshan Award, and second city was Surat and third was Vijayawada. Talking in state terms, the cleanest state was Chhattisgarh and the cleanest Ganga town was Varanasi. Okay. Now you have to tell me, Duare Ration is the scheme from which particular state? Question number 6. India approved signing of Memorandum of Understanding with which country on cooperation in disaster management? So the Union Cabinet has approved the signing of MOU between India and Turkmenistan on cooperation in the field of disaster management. So at present, India has signed agreements of cooperation for cooperation in the field of disaster management with the countries like Switzerland, Russia, SAARC, Germany, Japan, Tajikistan, Mongolia, Bangladesh and Italy. And the Union Cabinet also approved the signing of agreement between India and Spain on cooperation and mutual assistance in the custom matters. Now apart from it, India and Russia have signed a memorandum of understanding to collaborate in mining and steel sector. Especially this deal focuses on coking, and signing of this deal is a part of India's National Steel Policy of 2021, under which India aims to reach 300 metric ton steel production by the year 2030. Not only this, both the countries have also signed Memorandum of Understanding on cooperation in the field of geosciences. Now do remember that The Challenge is the world's first movie to be shot in space, and this belonged to Russia. Also, we have seen that China has launched a 3-person manned mission to its space station for a duration of 6 months in the spaceship named as Shenzhou 13, and the spaceship was launched by Long March 2F rocket. Okay, can you tell me the 8th SAFF championship title was won by which country? Question number 7. Mission Jeevan Raksha is associated with which institution? So Railway Police Force personnel saved 601 persons across Indian Railways in the year 2021, and they have saved 1,650 lives from the wheels of the running trains at the railway stations across India in the last 4 years under this Mission Jeevan Raksha initiative. So Indian Railways has returned left behind luggage with value at 23 crores to over 1.2 lakh rightful passengers. Okay, so this is related to the Railway Police Force. Now apart from it, the Veer Gatha project was organized by the Union Ministry of Defence in partnership with Ministry of Education and My Government to generate awareness regarding the Gallantry Award winners. And the Central Board of Secondary Education announced a list of 25 winners of the Veer Gatha project, and the project was conducted at an all India level in all states and the union territories in all schools affiliated to the CBSE. So if you are asked that Veer Gatha project was launched to promote awareness about what? So answer would be the Gallantry Award winners. Okay. Then 11th edition of exercise Kuvrin 2-1 was held at Maldives, I think in the month of November, and it is exercise between India and Maldives. Then Khanjar is a military exercise between India and Kyrgyzstan. Also do remember that GRSE has launched the first indigenous large survey vessel named as Sandhayak, and it is the first in the series of 4 ships under the survey vessel project for the Indian Navy. You have to tell me what does GRSE stands for, and also don't forget to tell me when do we observe Maitri Divas. Okay. Question number 8. Who is the head of the committee set up by Union Home Ministry to probe on Prime Minister's security lapse. So the Union Home Affairs Ministry constituted a 3-member committee to probe into the lapses in the security arrangement during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the Punjab, Firozpur. So the committee will be led by Sudhir Kumar Saxena, who is the Secretary of Cabinet Secretariat. Okay. Now apart from it, Olaf Scholz has been appointed as the Chancellor of Germany from December 2021. And the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a discussion with his German counterpart and congratulated on his appointment as a Chancellor. So they reviewed the capacities of ongoing cooperation initiatives, including investment and trade links. And also they discussed to diversify cooperation and exchanges in the new areas. Now let's have a look on some of the important appointments. The newly appointed chairman of SAIL is Soma Mandal. Then Pankaj Mittal is the new Chief Justice of Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh High Court. Don't confuse him with Pankaj Kumar Singh. He is our new Director General of BSF. Then Alar Karis is 5th President of Estonia. Now you have to tell me who has been appointed as the new Defense Minister of Canada. Question number 9. The artificial sun is an ambitious project of which country? So China's artificial sun recently set a new world record after superheating to temperatures 5 times hotter than the sun for more than 17 minutes. So the experimental advanced superconducting tokamak, or you can say the East Nuclear Fusion Reactor, maintained a temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit, or you can say 70 million degrees Celsius, and in the year 2003 the France maintained similar temperature record for 390 seconds. Okay. Now apart from it, the China's Standing Committee of National People Congress announced the draft amendment to the Law on the Protection of the Rights and Interest of Women. So under the proposal, employers are banned from stating gender preferences in job advertisement or asking the female applicants about their marital and pregnancy status. Now what is U-22? It is a robotic lunar rover which was launched in the year 2018 as a part of Chang's 4 mission to the moon, and recently the rover has detected a strange looking cube-shaped object on the surface of the moon. So the object has been dubbed as Mystery House, and scientists are set to drive the rover closer to get a better look. Now coming to last question, how many states are covered in the second phase of the Green Energy Corridor scheme? So the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved the second phase of the Green Energy Corridor scheme, and under it over 20 gigawatt of renewable energy projects will be installed across 7 states, which are these: Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh. So the estimated cost of the scheme is 12,031 crore rupees, and 33% of the project cost will be provided as central financial assistance. Okay. Now apart from it, the Union Cabinet has approved the Memorandum of Understanding between India and Nepal for the construction of bridge over Mahakali River, which is also known as Sharda River, and it originates at Kalapani in the Himalayas in Uttarakhand, India. So it flows along the western border of Nepal with India. Also please remember that a bench of justice accepted the recommendation of Ajay Bhushan Pandey committee to stick to the prescribed 8 lakh rupees income limit for EWS quota for the current admission cycle. Okay. Now you have to tell me who's our current Chief of Naval Staff. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.